Hmm. Oh. Hey, look at that. It looks like it is working. We're not playing Hunter today. I'm liking Hunter Classic. But not what we're playing today. Playing some Jurassic Park. I wonder if I can share this. While the game launches and takes its sweet time doing so. Whoa. Marzo made something friggin' phenomenal in the Evo Discord. Give that a like. That's pretty cool. Alright, setting the phone up so I can see my chat. We're going to come over to Sandbox and we're going to go Germany and go through all of our settings. Hi, Escape, intelligence on, gameplay. I think that's all good. I think that's what I like. I don't like playing with Dino Market, but I can choose not to build that. Set all those to Jurrasic, medium, cash. Yeah. We could change that if we really need to. Sabotage risk hard. I don't think it goes. Oh, it does go up to Jurrasic now. That's nice. We're probably not going to play with that on hard. Day night cycle, we're going to have that set today. Currently, we'll keep default storm events. For the time being, I do like to increase that. Just super quick double check. Yeah. Alright, I think that works. Start game. So, what are we doing? In Jurassic Park, the novel, John Hammond discusses with Henry Wu. By my recollection, it's Jurassic Park Japan and Jurassic Park Europe. Although I have heard something about Jurassic Park China, in Hong Kong, I think. But I don't actually recall that being in the book. So I do want to build a book accurate version of Jurassic Park, but for today, I figured there's stumps here? Okay. I don't remember there being stumps there. We're going to build Jurassic Park Europe to start. And I do kind of have a vague plan. We're going to mostly be working up here today on the worker village. Or maybe we could shove it down here. I think I want to put it up here. But before we can do that, we need a park entrance. So we're going to slide down right over here. Dinner arrival point, Jurassic World. Is there a standard European one? Texican, Asia, Malta. Huh. So we're probably not going to keep this. We're probably going to modify this, change it around and whatnot. But for now, for the time being, it works fine. And I do kind of want it to face... kind of facing this direction for now. And we're going to come over here. We're just going to hit close park. Then up here, we want... this here's going to be the worker village. So we're just going to clear all this out for now. And we're going to start a path. I like paths to be dirt. For maintenance roads and stuff. And this is not like a main tourist track. I really like that. Is this the dirt path or is this the stone path? Oh, this is the stone path. What's the... yeah, I kind of like that. That's interesting. That's very neat. So, of course, this isn't necessarily a permanent road. It's just a maintenance road. We just kind of want to get it up over here. Wrap around this little hillet type thing to our worker village. So, what needs to be in here? We are going to need an operations center. Don't need a visitor center because the operations center, or control center, covers that. We're going to need a science center, an excavation center, a maintenance building, and probably a hatchery. Probably just stick the hatchery up here for now. And then as well, later on, we're going to need a staff center. So that is 6 buildings kind of up in this area. We'll start with a little bit of terraforming. Just make a little hill. Increase the slope. And we're just going to kind of flatten that out a little bit. Just to start us off. And stick a big old dynamic ramp. And bring it down like that. It's a pretty tight space, but I think that's okay. What's this road look like? I do want this to be like a very kind of quaint little European style village. Villa, whatever you want to call it. But I'm not positive exactly on all of that, like how exactly all that's going to look. I feel like this hill's a wee bit too high. Oh, that's a wee bit too low. There we go. We'll just take this all down a level. Get a nice, good working area. Yeah, there we go. Good little start. No, we'll come back to the paths, I think. Let's take our operation center. We are going to make a custom one. We're just going to stick that right there for now. Just standard little operations center. I actually know kind of what I want to do with the operation center. So we can just block this out and then we'll come back to it. You know, I said that, and now that I'm looking at it, I have no idea what I'm doing with it. Oh, that's how it goes, though. We should probably build a pallet. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just kind of make a pallet. We have a building down here that has the default palette for this European design. What do they got going on? So that looks like a standard stone wall. concrete trim of some sort. And they got these little things sticking out. So that's very alpine-y, which, I mean, is great, but that's not necessarily what we're going for. We want this to be a little bit more quaint, a little more village-esque. So I'm thinking, rather than doing the stone walls, which are going to be way down here, I bet. Is that copper? Is this new? Corrugated. Oh, they have actual metal walls now? That's neat. I didn't know that. Panel. No. Panel 2? No. Plaster. That's kind of what I'm going for. I did say that we were going to do this in a palette. So let's grab some plaster. We're just going to mock up a wall here real quick. Plaza. Oh, that's kind of like marble, ain't it? Oh, that's cool. For the worker village? Maybe. Oh, maybe. Oh, powder coat. Is that? No. There's the stone. So I do like it when I don't place it backwards. So we're gonna grab some stone here too, just to kind of help us get started on our visualization. And then wood. I feel like if we were to do wood, we'd want it to be on the second floor, although I do think technically it's supposed to go on the bottom floor, like that. I made a little Pinterest board before I did this, but now that I've got the stream going, I can't necessarily look at it. That's kind of cute. The wetland woods. Yeah, okay. We're gonna make the bottom floor out of stone, I think. So this is a big building. Oh, I'm not on the right group. And then for this building, I'm thinking not keeping it a true square per se. We're just gonna block that all in. Just to kind of get us started, right? And then we want, because we don't want this to be a true square, we want kind of a bit sticking off. It doesn't need to be huge. Oh, but you know what? It should be rounded. There we go. That kind of gets us started. Have that go up 2 stories there. What we got for trims? Oh, there's a proper stone trim. Oh, we probably could have. Why is that not rotating? Does that not rotate? If we did the whole building out of plaster and then did the trim out of that. How does this snap to grid? Line to surface. It's got position snap turned on. What'd that look like down here? Maybe let's turn off position snap. It does not want to get very close. What does that look like? Not super great. Not terrible, though. Ah, shoot. Oh. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna... Oh. Okay, so let's head back to the plaster then. Ooh, is there... a red brick? What does this look like? We would want. Okay, let's see what this looks like in red. Kind of bad. That looks kind of bad. Oh, but that's not terrible right there. That's not terrible. Oh. Do we want to use this one, though? Because this one has some better blocks. Maybe let's just make this a square building for now. But 2. All right, we're sticking a little bit over the edge. That's okay. Yeah, that gets us a start. And then I do know that up on the second floor, I'm going to want a thing. Well, that gets us started. It's an okay start. Very, very flat so far. Okay. So trim. What do we got for trims? Here's the stone trim we were looking at earlier. Let's actually start this on the corner, I think. I think we're gonna push it in like right there. That can get us closer, okay. That. Okay, we'll come back to that. I think we went to like the second line. Something like that. Okay. Honestly, that's not terrible. Having just a little bit of overlap, as long as we can kind of make it work. That doesn't really work, but we can hide that with a bush. Okay. Duplicate that. Kind of something like that. Okay. Duplicate that. Get that lined up in there. Advanced move. Beautiful. Now we got trim. Ah, except the door. Forgot about the door. That's a problem for in a couple moments. Let's come back up here. I do kind of want a tower. What? There we go. I do kind of want a little tower thing sticking up. Oh, I think I put that on the wrong block. I think maybe right there. That's probably tall enough. Doesn't need to be huge. And then for the roof, I know that the shingles are an option, but I just want to see what this would look like with the thatch on it. It would need some touching up, I think. It ain't terrible, though. Yeah, I think shingles. Shingles are probably going to look better. And then, is this the eave or the trough? Ridged roof. Oh, we'll just go with the 4-tile one. That is kind of horrifying. And then this here would be the eave. Okay, I think we're gonna have to come back to those there. I don't like where this tower is now. Oh, somehow I grabbed the wrong thing. That's a bit better. I'm not loving how red it all is. If we came here... Oh, my. Alright. So that was a mistake. Oh. What? Okay. So that is certainly a color. I don't love it being dark gray like this. Or do I? That's actually kind of really cool. What about blue? No. I mean, it is supposed to be our operation building, kind of like where all the offices are going to be. So yeah, think we'll go with that for now. Okay, come back up here. Scenery, roof tile, European. E. Too big. Too small. Ah, there we go. Then we can get rid of that wall. Come down over here to walls. This is brick 2. This is why we went with this color set. And I do kind of want to add that there as well. Where is my window option? Props, lights, doors and windows. Ah, would you look at that? The one I would like is not in there. I guess I kind of got to go with snap to position, that one. And then do something kind of like this. That is way too big. You know, we're just gonna slap that down in there for now. Advance move, rotate. Bop, bop. That is still not what I would like. I think we used sandstone windows. Can I scale windows? I think I can. Advanced move, scale. I can. Okay. So we're just going to push that in there and up to there. And then maybe bring it out a wee bit. Oh, maybe just a wee bit more. I probably didn't need to use the cutouts. Now that I'm here messing with this. Just push that up a wee bit. Okay. Duplicate, rotate. Like so. E. E. Doing one on this side too. Yeah, that needs a trim real bad. Let's first come in here, confirm. Nope. Nope. Is it this one? Ah, it's this one. What? Oh, it's dim because it doesn't have... Oh, that kind of sucks. I thought I had more options. Okay. Oh. We were not paused. Probably should. There we go. Something I do want. Yeah. Oh man, we lost so much money just in taxes. Okay. We're going to take this. We're going to stick that right there for now. Just so we get some power going. Okay, scenery trim. Why is it grayed out now? What? That's... Is it because it's paused? That's so weird. That's going to be a pain. We could do a sandstone trim. Ah. What? What if we just go like this for now? Oh. And then come over here. Too big. Yeah, that's not awful. I kind of like that. I feel like then we gotta do that on down here. Where is my piece? Not that one. That one. Not that one. That one. Sometimes this game gets me. Like, there's literally a piece with a single shingle on it that is aligned to the grid. Just so you could do that. Oh, that's freaking hilarious. Okay. Now we need some columns to kind of frame the building. Do we want them to be made out of brick? Probably don't want them to be made out of a chuckum. That's very Americana. I could do concrete, maybe. Do like nice little wooden pole. Not the most thematic things, I think. It's okay. Right over here is where I want the door to go, so we're going to just stick 2 of those there. And then we're going to stick these on that corner of the tower too. Okay. Now we need to figure out what kind of door we want. Well, first of all, I do think we're going to need something kind of like this that sticks out a wee bit. Don't necessarily want an innovation center one. What? Yeah, no. So this isn't a guest building. This is like office spaces, right? That looks rough, but hey, we will come back and fix that with bushes. Well, that'd be cool for some things. Probably not this building. Oh, that's a big one. Okay, so I'm getting the vibe that it needs to be a glass door. Only question is what glass door? Probably this one. Okay, well, let's get this placed first. Maybe we should start with this thing. And then that. Okay, and then we'll come over here, grab that. Pull it out. Make sure it's kind of centered, and then line that up with it. Is that the most exciting thing so far? No, but it is a door. Do we want an awning above there? Do we have like a good awning? I mean, there's this. This is a little tiny one. Oh, there's a tile awning. Yeah, I kind of dig that. Oh, what is that? Oh, rope attachment. Yeah, okay, now we can grab some windows. We were using sandstone windows, but I do kind of want like some nice big windows, I think. All right. Now we need something kind of just sticking off the side here. Maybe not a gantry. Whoa, that's big. Ooh, maybe something like that. Yeah, I'm thinking something like this. Oop. Ah. Copy. Paste, accept. Yeah. Duplicate. What? Ah, shit. Why are you not? Okay. Sure, whatever. Wrong piece. Ah, it's this whole thing here that I separated. I have no idea how I'm going to get that back in now. I think, you know what? We're going to just come over here. Move. No, it's still connected. That's weird. Okay. Duplicate this. Spin. And up and across. Same thing with over here. Up and across. Probably could have done that a little more log cabin-esque, but we'll have to see. Yeah, okay, that's a start. That's a start. Absolutely gets us started. What's the rustic path look like? Yeah, I kind of like the rustic path with all this. So we're going to start off our town properly now by kind of just laying down a couple of roads. we're gonna come over here. I kind of want the operations building to sit just a little tiny bit elevated from the rest. So now we're gonna move it. We're gonna stick it right there. Boom. Come down to dynamic path. Little dynamic path. And voila. Let some of that dust go away. And pause it again. Alright. There we got the start of it. So now we'll kind of fill that out and then just kind of roll it a wee bit. Make all that a bit smoother. What do you mean you're not connected? Oh, you're not connected over here. I feel like it's missing something. Like, obviously it's missing things, it's not done, but like, it needs something on top of this tower. Can I do just like a pole of some sort? You know, we'll see how it looks with everything else kind of done up with it. So now, we can take a couple little rocks, come over here, make the way smaller, because it really does not need to be that big for this. And I think there's a little space right over here that we could do with a little rock. Kind of round it, like right there. Voila. Now we can come over here, flatten that back, and crank the slope all the way up. Alright. And now we can just put down some generic. I don't like that. You know what? It's not bad. Just stick some of that there. Make a little forest. Just to get us started. And then we come over here to foliage. We're going to grab just a big oak tree. A bigger oak tree. Too big of an oak tree. This one. This is the one we like. Kind of advanced, collision off, there we go. Now we're just gonna kind of start placing that a wee bit like that in the ground there to kind of create the illusion of some bushes. Need like a big tree or something back there, just to kind of balance it all out. And then I think we could get rid of this tree here. Let's see what some bushland looks like back in here. Alright, there we go. We have our first little building. I think, let's add some fences. Maybe a little wooden fence if we've got one. I guess I need to put down more fences to make it a group. Because you can't really group one object. Oh. They snap? I didn't know they snap. That's cool. That would have been nice to know. Okay, and then we can just kind of go select all that, confirm, create group. This is little wood fence, and we want to take our group and just kind of make it seem a little bit more painted. Yeah. And then just gonna kind of push it back off the path a little bit. Then come grab some foliage. This is bushes, right? Yeah. I think, oh, line to surface off, position snap off. There we go. Don't know if elephant grass is necessarily the right one to put here. That's also a little too tropical. What is this? Russian thistle? Some with a bit of flower, maybe. Oh, that's very tropical. Totally forgot what this thing was, but we now need some over here. Oh. There we go. That's not bad. That's a good start, actually. So we are going to need to view some scientists, but before we do that, we're going to need a research center as well. Yeah, and it really doesn't take up much space either, which I like. Just kind of up, out of the way here. It's a good start. Alright, we are going to be right back. All right. We are back. Oh, look at that. It's always good to get up and kind of get a look away from things sometimes. All right. Next thing, we were using the standard rustic path. I do kind of want to make a little thing right over here. Little statue of some sort. I don't have all the statues unlocked yet. Maybe instead of putting it on a planter base, we'll put it on a rock. No, I think for this one, this should go on a planter base. Yeah, we'll use that one. Why not? What kind of statue, though, do we want to use? Use just the standard T-Rex? Don't want a T-Rex family. I think we'll stick that right there for now. Then come into gantry, because I do feel like that needs a little bit more support. Probably doesn't actually need this one if we put this one further back. Yeah, there we go. Kind of creates the illusion that there's like a big structure in there holding it together. Oh, look at that. Straight up tells you what plants are in the biome. Yeah. Oh. I don't think so. Nah, we'll come back to that later. Alright. Next building. Now we'll go with the Science Center. I do kind of want the Science Center. It's going to be over here. It's going to kind of be off kilter like that. Once again, though, doesn't need to be perfect. So we go to scenery, we go walls, we were using brick 2, and we were using this color here. Let's get some of that dust out of here. that's brick 3. We're using brick 2. Once again, we're just going to start off with a little thing around here. This one I kind of want a bit sticking out the back, maybe. Something kind of like that. I kind of also want a bit sticking off the side. Well, you know what? I do also know that up here, I want something kind of like this. Yeah, that's what I want. You know what? Let's even make that taller. Do we want this to stick out more out the front? No, I think that's fine. That does not look right. Oh, because it's brick 1, that's why. Yeah, there we go. That's kind of cool. Got some shape to it. That is issue. Don't like how it sticks out there. I think we'll come back to that though. Ooh, I bet your copper would look real snazzy up here. If I could get it to line up. It's kind of ridiculous, but it's a good start, I think. Ooh. Ooh, actually, does that cover it up? No, but it kind of works. Okay, so we're gonna have to find something else to put up there. Oh, betcha I could cover that with a piece of trim. Yeah. Oh, shoot. I don't think I'm going to put trim around here. I think we're just going to kind of decorate that with some foliage. You know what? I thought it would look good with the copper up here, but I think we're going to swap that out for tile. there isn't a rounded tile piece. Okay, maybe we'll do something flat. Alright. Well, it's a flat roof, but that's okay. Let's get some windows going, and I think that's just about done for that building. Oh, there's curved windows? Let's slap that down right there, I think. I don't love the flat roof, I really don't, but I feel like that's one of those things that will come to me with time. You know, it doesn't look as good as the operation center, but it's fine for now. I think it's fine at least. So next we would need an expedition center. Which I think, honestly, no, I do think I'd have to go for a custom one. Design it up from there. I need to fix this roof somehow. Maybe let's just go for a color change. It helped. It helped. Not perfect, but it helps. Maybe if I had a bit kind of like sticking up from the side here. Or maybe a dome. Is that like on the inside or something? I have no idea where that is. Okay, so that's the window. We should probably save, now that I'm thinking about it. We're going to call this Jurassic Park, Germany stream. Yeah, I do think next should be the Expedition Center, maybe. We are still going to need a maintenance station here. Don't know where I'm going to put that yet. I feel like the Expedition Center's got to go like back in here somewhere. Supposed to grab this. Beach. So if the Expedition Center kind of goes over here. There we go. Expedition, have the kind of main building for it right there. Then we could put the maintenance building. No, that should be the staff building. That is a very poor T. We get the idea, though. And then that will make the maintenance building go right there. And then we can put all the dinosaur stuff, hatchery type deal right there. Is there anything else like super important I'm missing? I don't need to do research for the activity center. I thought I did. That's weird. We got the staff center. Yeah, so it's just expedition center. That's gonna go right there. The fuck you mean building restraints? Oh, it's gotta be like that close to it. Huh. And I gotta make a radar dish. Probably want that one. Don't know where I'm going to put that yet. I'm also not positive what I want the expedition center to look like quite yet. But I do kind of have an idea for the maintenance center, so let's start with that then. We'll just stick the cars right there for time being. Oh, but I think we will have to come back to this another time, because for right now, I've got to pull up the pants and start doing some adulting. So we're going to save that again and head off for the evening. Anyone who's watching this in the future, you have a lovely evening and take care.